Welcome to the Oxygen Alliance YouTube channel, where we bring you videos on installation, maintenance, and various trainings on oxygen equipment and devices. If you have comments and or questions, drop them in the comment section below or write to us info@oxygenalliance.org. Remember to like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell.
Hello, welcome to the Oxygen Alliance YouTube channel. So my name is Claudia Sambo, and today I'll take you through the process of disassembling, cleaning, and reassembling of this valve. This is a diaphragm solenoid valve. The model I have with me here is a SNT-70, which is found in a Canta V8-WN-NS oxygen concentrator. So you can also find this valve in other devices, like the similar valve that I have with me. So one of the devices is the Oxyflow 5 oxygen concentrator. And the normal operating pressure range of this valve is 0.035 to 0.35 megapascal. So this valve has 5 ports and two 12-volt solenoids. I'm going to show you the inside parts as I'm going to be disassembling it. So these two fittings connect to the seatbelt inlets. This is the compressor inlet connection port, and these are the exhaust ports. This port is closed because it was not being used in the concentrator it was in. And this is the exhaust port which was being used. And this is the pressure measuring port. Now I'll take you through the disassembling and the cleaning. For this, I'll need the following tools. And firstly, I have a 180mm circlip plier, a 17mm spanner, a 12mm spanner, a precision flat screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, a marker, and of course not forgetting the dry cleaning cloth for the cleaning process. I will start by unscrewing these two screws to remove the solenoids and the solenoid block. But before unscrewing, I'll have to mark a line using the marker that I showed you earlier. So the reason I am marking is because it will be easy for me when I'm assembling back the parts. To unscrew these screws, I'm going to use the Phillips screwdriver. Make sure that you don't lose the screws. If you have a screw box, you can temporarily keep them there. I am going to remove the fittings of the valve parts. For this, I'll need the 17mm spanner to remove them all. Now that I have successfully removed all the fittings, I'll remove the middle block by unscrewing these 4 screws. Take note of these O-rings and make sure you don't lose them. Also make sure to inspect them, and if you notice any sign of damage, please replace them. So now, the middle block has to be removed. Again, make sure you don't lose this. Now I am going to remove these two diaphragm covers on top. Using the tips of the circuit plier, I am going to carefully remove the covers. Make sure you don't use too much force, otherwise you're going to dent the hose. I will then remove the circlips at the bottom using the circuit plier. After that, it will be easy to remove the bottom covers. I will use any spanner to lift them out, just like this. Make sure you inspect the O-rings. If they are damaged, replace them. So these are the diaphragms. Using the flat screwdriver, I'm going to remove them. So just be careful to not damage the material of the diaphragm. I am going to use my thumb to press down on the diaphragm sides so that I can create space to insert the screwdriver. After inserting it, I can easily pull the diaphragms out. You should inspect the diaphragms for any sign of damage and replace them if necessary. There are also washers below the diaphragms, and make sure you don't lose them. At this point, you can now easily push out the connecting rod towards the rubber at the bottom. So I am going to push them out. After this, you are left with a bare valve block that we have to clean now. So I am going to use the clean dry cloth to clean all the holes. The valve that I have right now looks clean, but usually you find black matter inside here, so make sure you clean thoroughly. Now let's disassemble the solenoids from its block. I'll remove the screws first. Then using the 12mm spanner, I will unscrew these nuts. Note that there are washers just below the nuts, so make sure you keep them safe. After unscrewing the nuts, you can easily pull the solenoids out. Then we can now unscrew the plates that hold the plunger casing by unscrewing these 2 screws. And for this, I will use the Phillips screwdriver. After removing the plate, you can now proceed to removing the plunger case. So you can remove this by just shaking it a little bit like a vehicle gear. This is the plunger that gets pulled when the coil magnetizes. I will also remove the other side. We will have to clean this block with a clean cloth. We will now start to reassemble the solenoid. Make sure that the plunger goes in the plunger casing in a proper direction and replace everything in reverse order. Then I am going to slide back the solenoids, making sure I match the markings that I made before so that I place them on the correct side. So before I start to reassemble the valve block, I will clean all the internal components. Make sure you inspect the O-rings on the covers and replace them if necessary. After the cleaning, I will start to reassemble it back. I will start with the connecting rods. Make sure you insert the connecting rods from the bottom. So this is the bottom and this is the top. It's easy to know the top because of the 4 screw and the O-ring on top. So we'll insert the rod from the bottom. Then before replacing the diaphragms, Make sure you don't forget to put back the washer. And make sure you observe the direction of the washer. The washer has to sit in a countersink position, which means the narrow side has to be on the bottom. Then we will put back the diaphragms by pressing them in. Make sure you put them back in the right direction, with the protruding rubber on the bottom. Now you can put back the bottom covers. Then you can put back the circlips. So we're going to use the circuit pliers. I'll just press in carefully with the flat screwdriver to make sure they fit properly. Then I'll put back the diaphragm covers. Then we'll put back the middle block. You should make sure that these 3 holes align. Or you can use the markings that we made earlier. I will screw them back using the Phillips screwdriver. Again, you can make use of the marking to make sure that you have done it perfectly. Then I'll put back the solenoid block. So again, make sure that you align the hose when putting back the block. Again, you can use the markings to verify that you are putting them back in order. Now we have finally assembled back the valve. We will now put back the fittings. So they are all of the same size, so you don't need to worry about putting them back in the same positions. we have successfully assembled it back. Thank you very much for watching. That's what I had for you today. I hope you learned a thing or two. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.